Hi everybody, my name is Lamisha Scott. I decided to do a video on what to expect after you graduate from beauty school. I've seen about 3 or 4 separate ones where they were talking about becoming an assistant right away. Well, I graduated beauty school back in April of this year, 2016, and I decided to relocate from one city to the next, as in from Savannah, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia. So thus far, I'm not in Atlanta, I'm in Stockbridge, which is about 15-20 minutes without traffic drive to downtown Atlanta. I went on Indeed one morning, really late one morning, and posted a resume after I spent all night creating it. Now, when I was in beauty school, they really didn't go over what should be in your resume. Now, naturally, I know exactly what a resume is and things of that nature, but I've never done a beauty resume. So I have my own business called Precisions, and I was in the military a time before then, and I understand the importance of the vocabulary that you choose. So what I did was I formulated a resume, obviously, as a master cosmetologist, because that's what I have my certificate or licensing in. And then everything that entails that, like shampooing, neutralizing, dealing with chemicals, things of that nature. So then I created one. But when I went to my first interview, George Lewis, that was the first company that called me. Well, actually, they weren't the first one. I had 3 other phone calls prior to that, just by me posting my resume on Indeed. And I didn't know what to wear. The first thing was, okay, so then what do you wear to an interview that's deemed toward being a beautician? I know about corporate America, but I didn't know about this side of America. So I wore a black bodycon dress. It was professional. It had a white collar that was already, it was a part of the dress, and it had white sleeves, or white collared sleeves. So sorry about that. I have kids in the background, and they're just losing their doggone mind. So yeah, that's what I wore, and it was very appropriate with some, with about a 2-inch heel. The dress was long, it was fitted, and it came just above my knees, because I had to realize where I was in Atlanta, and 95% of it is what you look like, so of course I had the makeup done, the hair was laid. I have a picture that I'm going to put in, or that I will attach to this, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I did not have the dreads, I didn't have the sister lock thing going. I wore my hair naturally straight up, a little bit in my face, but it was up, it was delicately placed up. It was not an elegant updo. After the interviews, my feet were hurting so bad. Like, I would suggest you go and surveillance the area before it's time for the interview. That way you know what traffic's like, you know where it exactly is located. That way you wouldn't be walking around like a chicken with your head cut off like I was. However, I was early, so that was good, because I left a little earlier than usual, than I would have normally left, but it was pretty good. Then I was called back in for a second interview. It was for a commission-based position, because I don't really have clientele, so I didn't see it to be a necessity to necessarily pay a booth rental. Things that I've been doing to build up my clientele is I've been having like discounted braids for kids, things of that nature. Just finding people, grabbing people to see if they would be okay with me doing their hair for free, completely free. But of course, you might want to write something down that says that they can't sue you for whatever reason, even if they don't like the hairstyle. People try to sue you every day for anything. So, I have formulated something, have them sign it, cool beans, and then I do their hair. Now, the only downfall to that is that if you don't have a secure location, then, you could be putting yourself in a position. Hush, Carmen. And mine is my house. And unfortunately, this is where I stay. But I live in a gated community, so I didn't see it as being that much of a threat. but you're just meeting random people. But if you were to pick up clients, it would be random customers as well. So of course, everything you do, you need to take pictures of it. I was asked about a lookbook, or nowadays everything is Instagram based. Everything is social media based. Do you have a social media website, or a following that we can view your work? So what I would suggest you guys do is everything that you do. I don't care if it's an eyelash, I don't care if it's an arch, I don't care if it's a braid, whatever. I don't know how small it may seem. Take a picture of it. Start an Instagram account that is strictly professional. It doesn't have like your pictures of your body in a bathing suit and all that crap. Just strictly your work. And just dedicate everything to that, like just to that Instagram. That way it's just easier. Like nobody is really requesting lookbooks anymore. They're looking for social media. And then of course, you have to do the technical part. So the second part of the interview that I went to was a week later. Actually, not even a week later. It was like 3 days later. I came back in, and I had to demonstrate a style from start to finish. I had to bring in my own model, which at the time was my little sister. And she was natural. I went through every step, washed her, dried her, blow dried her, flat ironed her. Now, when it was time for the inspection, the hairstyle looked great. It looked amazing. But it was just the blow drying part that he said that I had to work on it, because it wasn't, it's due to a lack of experience. I was inexperienced, but I'm still willing and wanting to learn. I mean, everybody's technique is different. It ended up turning out good for me, but I have a 6-week probation period where I'm coming in and I'm training for 6 weeks before I can actually be put on the floor. I chose to go commission because I don't have the clientele, and I am uncomfortable with coming up with a $200 a week commitment. So for me, it works, a commission-based place. That's what I would suggest, is keep getting an Instagram page, something that, if you do somebody's hair, have them take selfies of themselves and tag you in it. I mean, that's a good thing too. Makeup, if you want to do makeup, do one a plan face and the next one's a beat face, and then you can do a tutorial by step, and then just upload it directly to your Instagram channel. So those are all options, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to hear more or want to learn more or learn how I got these gorgeous locks, not really locks, but locks, let me know. And thanks for watching. Bye.